Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're working back on the 52 Chevy. This time we're going to be working primarily on the rims and tires. I was able to pick up a used set of Panther 18-inch chrome rims off the Book of Faces. The rims aren't in the best of shape right now, as they do have a little bit of pitting and corrosion on the outside of the chrome. I did try to clean up just a little bit of it, and it cleans up really nice using some Quad Zero steel wool and soapy water. But before we get into cleaning the rims and cleaning them all up really nice, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure they're actually going to fit on the truck. I'm going to jack up the back of the truck. I'm going to put the rims on the passenger side of the truck, the front and the back, to make sure they fit. If they do fit, then we'll spend some time cleaning up the rims and making them look really nice. So let me show you what we're working with right now with the rims. So right here we have the 18-inch chrome rims. Now these tires on these rims are too small. They actually need to be taller. So I'm going to replace the rubber. Not too worried about that. They are a little dry rotted. But right here you can see I cleaned these rims right here. And they actually cleaned up really nice. And this is what they actually looked like before cleaning right here. Really nasty and corroded a little bit. And then you can see right here I started cleaning. That's one that hasn't been touched at all. I just want to make sure that the back spacing is correct on these rims before we spend a lot of time cleaning these rims up. But as you can see right here, they do clean up really nice. And this is what it looked like before. Just really nasty, really clean, nasty, clean. So you can tell they actually do clean up pretty good. So I think these will look really nice on the truck. They're a little bit different than what you typically see on the 3100s. For chrome rims, these are 18-inch chrome rims. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use my brand new airbag jack, which I picked up off of Amazon right here. It's a double bag, 2-ton lift. I'm going to slide this up underneath the back of the truck here to raise that up, take that tire off, and put these two tires on, both the front and the back of the truck. So that's what the rims look like. We're going to get those put on the truck right now, so let's do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the airbag jack right up onto this shelf here, slide it under the center pumpkin. I'm going to lift the back end up completely by the center pumpkin on the truck. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't used this jack yet, so it's the first time trying it. Hopefully it works. So I'm thinking it's going to fit into this tray just fine. So I'm going to grab that right now, set it in the tray, air it up. The only downside to this jack is it is pretty heavy, which you would kind of expect. Yeah, it's going to fit good. Let's go just like that. Might set this in here, just add a little bit of a spacer, get more lift out of it. Let me get the air hose hooked up, and away we go. Here we go. That worked really well. And then to let it out, all you do is release the air pressure out. Now that we got the truck up in the air, the back end is completely aired all the way up. We're gonna get this tire off. We're gonna put the Panther rim and tire on. Gotta take this tire off now. Go. These lug nuts kind of center the tire onto the actual lug nut. I'm kind of lifting up a little bit to make sure it's centered when I'm putting these on. The tire is now on. I'm going to position it where the clean section is, at least, so you can see if I air the truck out. Could use a spacer back here if I wanted to. Not necessary. I've got plenty of clearance all the way around the tire, which is nice. I'm going to lower the truck down right now. So that is what the 18-inch chrome rim on the back of the truck looks like. Once that's cleaned up, that's gonna be gorgeous. Once I air the truck out, it'll look really good. So we've got the back tire on the truck right now. The truck's aired all the way up right now. So I'm gonna air the truck down a little bit, but before we do that, we're gonna air the front of the truck all the way up, jack the front of the truck up in the air, and get the other rim put on the front of the truck so you can actually see what it looks like both front and back on the passenger side of the truck right now. So the first thing we need to do is we need to air the truck up in the front a little bit, and I've got the valve over here for the air compressor for right now, temporarily, until we actually get all the air ride hooked up in the truck. Let's raise this up a little. I don't know why I'm not going any higher than that. I'm wondering if I'm out of air. I got a little more air in the compressor. Let's see if this goes up higher. Oh yeah, there we go. Whoop. That should be plenty high enough now. I'm thinking. So let's try to slide the shelf down here with the lift on it. Can't make it under the transmission mount with those handles on the actual airbag lift. Have to fix that problem. There we go. Here we go. There we are. We are completely off the front tire right now. So we'll zip that off, get the Panther chrome rim put on. There we go. Get on there. There we go. We're all on. Straighten it out. So I'm gonna lower the front of the truck back down right now. Right now we are aired out all the way in the front and all the way in the back. So here's the front and here is the back. Looks pretty good. Everything I can tell so far. I might need a 1/2 inch spacer in the back, maybe a 1 inch spacer in the back and a 3 inch in the front. But the rims do fit and I think they look pretty good, other than I need bigger tires really. All right, so as you can see here, we got the rims put on the rear as well as the front of the passenger side of the truck. And as I showed you earlier, this is how nice they clean up right here. All that nice chrome. But this is what they really look like when I got them. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but these are just really nasty. You can see really close and how bad these things are. Some of them have some pitting on the insides, inside the rim, and it's just rough and not very shiny, really dirty looking. So the other two rims that we're gonna actually work on right now, I'm just gonna show you, there's some pitting on the insides in here. These are probably the worst two rims. So I'm gonna show you how I cleaned that other rim. Right now I'm gonna clean these two rims. I'm not gonna clean all 4 of them on camera because you'll get the idea, you get bored watching this stuff, but all I'm gonna use is Quad Zero steel wool and some soapy water. I'm just gonna set these right out here in the shade and we're just gonna get to scrubbing these things down. And I'll show you how it'll bring them right back around. Right here is the steel wool that I'm using. I've had this stuff forever. I think it probably even came in the drawer of this toolbox when I picked it up at a garage sale. All it is Quad Zero, the finest steel wool from Ace Hardware. Make sure you stick with the Quad Zero. You don't wanna go any coarser than that. So this is what I'm gonna use. Really one piece of this stuff will probably work on the entire 2 rims I've got to work on right here. Well, that one looks pretty enjoyed. And make sure I get one that's definitely Quad Zero. Yep. This is all I'm using is this steel wool right here. And I'm going to grab some soapy water in a spray bottle. We'll head outside. So I'm just going to lay down a couple pieces of plywood so the rims aren't rubbing on the actual concrete outside. So I've got my soapy water in a bottle and my steel wool. We'll set those down right here. We're going to use that. And the next thing we need to do is just grab the hose. Get this plugged in over here on the side of the house. Put these little quarter turn valves on the outside of the house. Works absolutely perfect. Just a quick turn and it's on. It's one of those expanding hoses. Picked it up off of Amazon. Works absolutely perfect. So now we're just going to end up spraying one of these down, taking the steel wool and just scrubbing the entire chrome surface down with the Quad Zero steel wool. And that, you'll see, they'll just bring the shine right back to these. Usually just saturate the steel wool with soapy water. And all you do is go over it like this. These are a lot worse shape than the other ones, a lot more pitting. Well, maybe I can find two rims, we'll see. Keep an eye out for them. Something always pops up. It's not the first time I've seen Panther rims pop up. All right, so I think this one's pretty much done for now. There's a lot of pitting on the back sides here, on the edges, some a little bit around the lug nut spots, but overall, without polishing these right now, they actually look pretty decent. A good 10 footers. So we got one done. Show you what it looks like right now. So here is the one all cleaned up. Came out pretty damn good. You can see some pitting right along inside here. Around the back side there's some pitting. But you know, compared to what it looked like before, it looks pretty good. And if you step back a few feet, it looks really good. Maybe looking to see and getting these refinished. I like the look of the rims. So now we've got this one we got to work on. So there we go, the rims are nice and clean right now. There's obviously some pitting going on inside the rim here that we're not gonna be able to fix without having these re-chromed. But overall, they do look pretty good for cleaning them up compared to what they did look like before. They are shiny. If you step back and look at them, they look really good. So I might look at getting them re-chromed, but for now, just got to figure out what size tire I want to put on these rims to go up on the truck. And then we are moving right along, finally. All right, everyone, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. As you can see, we test fit the rims onto the actual passenger side of the truck and they actually fit perfect. I've got to figure out the spacing I need and the tires for the rims. I cleaned up the other two rims just to show you the process I went through with the Quad Zero steel wool and soapy water. It did clean up the rims really nicely. However, there is some pitting on these rims. We're gonna go with them for now. I might look at chroming them later on. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button right down there so you know when I do post future videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.